Okay, well, very good evening to all the participants and respected resource person, Dr. K. Rani Madam Garu, Assistant Professor, Head Department of Botany, Government Degree College, Autonomous Siddipet. Madam, please welcome, start your session and share your screen. Please welcome, Madam.
Thank you, sir. Our continuous topic to discuss about polyembryony. So yesterday we are completed the endosperm structure, types and functions, characteristics of the endosperm and significance of endosperm and the continuous part of the embryology. Today we are going to discuss about polyembryony. So the polyembryony means the occurrence of more than one embryo in the seed is known as polyembryony. Okay. So that means the polyembryony, the definition of polyembryony, occurrence of more than one embryo in the seed, that is known as the polyembryony. So this phenomenon was initially discovered in the orange plants by Antony van Leeuwenhoek in 1719. 1719. So this is the important question in entrance point of view. Polyembryony means the occurrence of the more than one embryo in the seed is known as polyembryony. So this event first discovered by Antony van Leeuwenhoek in 1719. So in this, the polyembryony is a quite common among conifers. So that means the gymnosperms. It is very common in the gymnospermic plants, but many species of the both dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous. That means angiosperms. Okay, it's very common in the gymnosperms, especially in the coniferous. So pinus, that means, so but majority of these species, they had also present in the dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous. That means the angiosperms. So they will exhibit this phenomenon in angiosperms also. Okay. So that means just wait. So this is the classification. So first definition, who discovered this? This is discovered by Antony van Leeuwenhoek. So that means the classification of the polyembryony, Ernest and Schnarf. So Ernest and Schnarf first time classified this polyembryony into two types. So in that first one is the true polyembryony and second one is the false polyembryony. So true and false polyembryony. This means it depending on whether the embryos arise in the same embryo sac or in different embryo sacs in the ovule. So the classification mainly depends on the whether the embryos arise in the same embryo sac or in different embryo sac in the ovule. So it is classified into two types, true polyembryony and false polyembryony. So later on, after that, the Gustafsson in 1946, he proposed that the term false polyembryony. First polyembryony is discovered by Antony van Leeuwenhoek. So it is two types, true polyembryony and false polyembryony. Then the false polyembryony is first the term first proposed by Gustafsson. So Gustafsson in 1946. So that means it should be restricted to those cases only where two or more nuclei, so each with its own embryo sac, they can fuse it at early stage. So he included all other types under the true polyembryony. That is the main. So the true polyembryony may be subdivided into two types. So that first one is the cleavage polyembryony and second one is the adventive polyembryony. Okay, so the classification is first time proposed by Ernest and Schnarf in 1929, Schnarf and Ernest in 1918. So they completely classified the two types, true and false polyembryony. So that may be depend on whether the embryo sac arise in the within embryo sac or in different embryo sacs in the ovule. So later the false polyembryony is proposed by Gustafsson. So that is the false polyembryony. So now we are entering into the true polyembryony. It may be subdivided into two types, cleavage polyembryony and adventive polyembryony. So this is the true polyembryony. Generally, this true polyembryony may be subdivided into two types. So cleavage and adventive. So in that, the production of embryos within or by projecting into a single embryo sac, that is termed as true polyembryony. You can observe here. So this is the embryogenic mass tissue. So it will growing the proembryos. So the production of embryos within or it may be by projecting into a single embryo sac. True means original. So the true polyembryony, whether so it is divided into cleavage polyembryony and adventive polyembryony. So the cleavage polyembryony means where the embryos arise within an embryo sac either by a cleavage of the egg or from the synergids or antipodals or endosperms. So we know that complete the embryo sac is, it is in the 7-celled and 8-nucleate stage. So in that, all that cells, so the micropyle, 2 synergids and egg cell, and collagen side, 3 antipodal cells, and the center bipolar nuclei. So these all are cleavage means they will each and every cell will be arising within an embryo sac either by cleavage of the egg or from the synergid cells or antipodal cells or endosperms. So they all are undergoing the cleavage polyembryony. So it's very common in that some conifers like, so this is the whether the embryos arise within an embryo sac either by a cleavage of the egg or from the synergids, antipodals or endosperm. This is the cleavage. And the second one is the adventive polyembryony. Okay, adventive polyembryony. So in this, where the embryos arise from the tissue, they are lying outside the embryo sac. Okay, so that means this is the adventive, మన మామూలుగా అబ్బురపు బహుపిండత అని చెప్పుకుంటాం. So the embryos, they are arising from the tissues, they are lying outside the embryo sac. Within embryo sac is the cleavage, so outside the embryo sac is the adventive polyembryony. Okay, so the tissues, they are lying outside the embryo sac. For example, the cells of the nucellus or the integuments are they can generally they come to lie within the embryo sac also. So that is the adventive polyembryony. And in this some cleavage polyembryony, so what they means the cleavage of the zygote. So this is the simplest type of polyembryony. Here the increase in the number of embryos is due to the cleavage of the zygote or embryo. So that means this type of polyembryony is very quite common in the gymnosperms and some of the sporadic in the angiosperms. So that means the Jeffrey in 1895, he reported the cleavage polyembryony in the Erythronium americanum. So this is plant Erythronium americanum. First time cleavage polyembryony is reported by Jeffrey in 1895. So that is the main. Here the zygote divides to form a small group of cells which continues to increase in volume, and outgrowths also given out, and at its lower end which functions later on as independent embryos. So in the cleavage, all that different portions like synergids, antipodals, or egg cell or endosperm, all will made up of some embryos. So that is the all are made in that ovule. So embryo sac, that is the cleavage polyembryony. That is first time reported in which plant? Erythronium americana. Who reported this? Jeffrey. So in 1895, that means here the zygote, they will divide to form a small group of cells. They will continues to increase in volume, and at the same time, their outgrowths are given out, and they are formed as a independent embryos also. Some other examples of cleavage polyembryony, they are met within the nymphia. Nymphia also, some it will shows that just like cleavage polyembryony, and some of the Nicotiana and Eulophia. So these all are the best examples of the cleavage polyembryony. Who's that? So that is Nymphia and Nicotiana and Eulophia. So these three, and first reported in Erythronium americana. So in Nymphia, there are twin embryos which are considered to have originated by the splitting of a very young embryo. So just like I didn't show means that is the cleavage. So the cleavage means number of embryos are formed within the cell, and this is the adventive polyembryony. So in the this is the second one is the false polyembryon. So that means in the cleavage, just we are discussed about some synergid cells and origin of embryos from the synergids or antipodal cells, all will made up of, that means the embryos may also be produced from other parts of the embryo sac, such as synergids, and it may also be produced from other parts of the embryo sac, such as synergids and antipodal cells. So in most cases, the synergids become egg-like to form the embryos with or without fertilization. Okay. So the origin of embryos from synergids or antipodals, they are most cases, the synergids become egg-like to form the embryos with or without fertilization also. So in some cases, the twin embryos, they have been recorded in some Tellina and some of the Fragaria. These were the fertilization of the synergids by two male gametes that is found, but endosperm is not formed. Whereas in the Crepis, Sagittaria, Pova, and some of the Aristolochia, so these plants, they can show that the fertilization of the egg and one or two synergids is followed by the formation of the endosperm. So this is some all that participated to form the embryos like synergid cells, antipodals, and some of the egg cell. So this is the second one, adventive polyembryony, and the second main type is the false polyembryony. So true polyembryony and false polyembryony. So these two are depending on whether the embryo sac in the embryos arising in the same embryo sac or in different embryo sac in the ovule. So that's why the true is completed and false polyembryony. So in this false embryony, this type includes the cases in which two or more embryos are formed as a result of the development of the aposporic embryo sac. So that means the false polyembryony is sometimes it occurs due to the presence of multiple embryos. Okay. So polyembryony, it occurs due to the presence of multiple embryo sacs within the ovule. So they may arise from first point, the derivatives of the same megaspore mother cell. The polyembryony is formed due to the in the first characteristic, the derivatives of the same megaspore mother cell, and second one is from 2 or more megaspore mother cells, or in the third one, so from nucellar cells like apospore. These all are made up of that false polyembryo. Okay, so this type includes the cases in which 2 or more embryos are formed as a result of the development of the aposporic embryo cell. So in this, in some citrus, pova, and casuarina, the twin embryos, they are arising in different embryo sacs. They are the either twin embryos, but they are arising in different embryo sacs. In sometimes the nucellar cells in collagen region, they will produce the additional embryo sacs. So such as found in the trifolium and some of the Atraphaxis. So that is some other collagen region produce the additional embryo sacs to formation of the false embryos. Similarly, the development of 2 or more embryo sacs in the nucellar tissue has also been reported in the Fragaria and in the Malus. So these two are developing 2 or more embryo sacs in the nucellar tissue. Okay. So in certain plants, the embryos are derived from different embryo sacs. In the ovule, the multiple embryos may also occur by the fusion of 2 or more ovules. And in several members of the family Loranthaceae, the well-developed ovules are not found, and instead of it, a group of sporogenous cells is formed in this way. So that means it gives rise to many embryo sacs of which only matures and other disappears, as per Maheshwari in 1957. So this is the false polyembryony. And